Hello everyone, I'm Kezel Taccad, and I will talk about the cultural and social etiquettes of Japan. But before that, I want to give you a brief information about this country. So, Japan, the land of the rising sun, is an archipelago of more than 6,800 islands in the Pacific Ocean. The main islands are from north to south is Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, which made up for 97% of the land of Japan. Its population is more than 126 million inhabitants. Japan is the third largest economy in the world based on the GDP. So what is also known with regards to greetings, basic etiquettes, visiting, eating, gift giving, punctuality, eye contact, and politeness. So, here is the country profile of Japan. Greetings. Use formal titles when addressing someone for the first time, and please do so until they permit you to do otherwise. The casual bow is a slight bend from waist and a dip of the head. It is used when informally addressing someone or walking past someone with a higher status. So this is the example of a casual bow. The basic etiquettes. It is impolite to yawn or chew in public. People are also expected to bashfully deny compliments. Being too quick or willing to accept compliments can make them feel conceited. Visiting. It is best to call your host before your arrival, at least to give them warning, even if they are the one who invited you in their house. Bring small edible gift when visiting someone's home for the first time. Maybe tea, sweets, or fruits. Eating. Of course, the Japanese use chopsticks to eat. Sometimes they use large spoon to sip broth. It is considered inappropriate for adults to eat while walking. Street foods are often eaten on the spot where it is bought. Unlike here in the Philippines, we can eat wherever we want to, and that's not really a big deal. Gift giving. Pass a gift to the recipients with both hands. It may also include a slight bow. So, here is the example on how you give a gift to the recipients. Foods and drinks are appropriate gifts for most occasions. Punctuality. It is important to arrive on time. If you are late, better prepare an apology for your tardiness. Eye contact. Avoid eye contact with strangers. It is considered rude for them to stare. Politeness. Avoid explicit disagreement or refusal. Never criticize your groups, whether it is your family, your company, or your school clubs. Also, I want to include the do and don'ts in the Japanese culture. So, the do's: express flattery when it is due, as this will give face to the recipient. However, always do so earnestly. An insincere compliment can cause a person to lose face. Furthermore, do not compliment a single person too profusely, since their obligation to humbly deny praise can make them become embarrassed. If you feel impolite for the conversation you had, you can apologize for the next time you see them. In Japan, apologies are made several times a day for rudeness that was not actually committed. The Japanese often smile and nod throughout conversation. Remember that this is done out of politeness to save face and does not necessarily indicate that they fully understand or agree with what you are saying. Therefore, if you notice that your Japanese counterpart's English is limited, try not to interpret their encouraging nodding as a cue that they totally comprehend what you are saying. Make a considered effort to humble and modest. It is polite to lightheartedly disagree with people when they compliment you. And the don'ts. Avoid being blunt or frank about delicate topics. Sometimes blatant honesty can be unappreciated as the Japanese form of communication is very indirect. Negative news is delivered more discreetly. Do not raise your voice or lose your temper. Losing control of one's emotions, even in the most frustrating situations, is a sign of poor upbringing and is likely to make you lose faith in a Japanese person's eyes. Do not tell third parties about a conversation you've had with another Japanese person unless they have made it clear that it is okay to do so. Avoid discussing sensitive historical and political topics such as World War II. Avoid being openly critical or pointing out mistakes. The Japanese may take criticism quite personally. For example, if they have taken you to a restaurant and you do not like the dish served, commenting on its quality may be taken as a comment on their skills as a host, even though they did not prepare the dish. Such occurrences can quickly cause a Japanese person to lose face. I guess that's all. Thank you for listening.